This is the Recycling, Scrap Metal, Commodities, and Economic Report, November 17, 2025, produced by Bentley Roll-Off Trailers to support our customers, suppliers, and partners. U.S. weekly raw steel production rose to 1.758 million tons, up 1% from last week, and up 3.1% year-to-date. This is on continued slow U.S. demand, despite the 50% steel tariff. WTI crude oil price rose to $60.01 a barrel, as the IEA, the International Energy Agency, is forecasting a 2026 oversupply. Sanctions on Russian oil, though, are starting to hurt supply. Global demand is slowing due to a dramatic global increase in China's EVs. U.S. weekly crude oil production rose to 13.862 million barrels per day, a new all-time record high in American history. The U.S. remains the number one crude oil producer in the world. The U.S. weekly crude oil rig count rose to 417, as Russian oil sanctions will help U.S. oil exports. Great technology continues to lower oil production costs. Despite lower U.S. prices, production remains strong. U.S. natural gas futures fell slightly to $4.45 per million BTUs, but near a 3-year high. This was on strong electrical demand and strong export demand. This has U.S. electrical rates jumping, which is inflationary. Scrap steel number one. HMS composite price was steady at $308.33 a gross ton on steady global and U.S. demand. Hot rolled coil steel price rose slightly to $42.75 per hundredweight, which is $8.55 a ton, as low demand was keeping a lid on prices despite the 50% steel tariff. Copper price rose to $5.05 a pound as data center and EV demand is strong. China may target copper to reduce its overcapacity. Aluminum price rose slightly to $1.30 a pound, which is $28.61 a metric ton. This is on China lowering production and aluminum production problems in Iceland. China's October industrial production grew at 4.9%, which was lower than forecast, but still pretty strong. This was partly due to the holiday shutdown. Automotive EV production and EV exports are at record levels. U.S. October NFIB Small Business Optimism Index fell to 98.2, a 6-month low. There were lower sales and profits as future expectations fell. The lack of quality labor was the number one issue. The U.S. Q3 Atlanta Federal Reserve GDP Now weekly estimate was a steady and great 4%, but economic growth is increasingly unbalanced. Lower-tier consumers and lower-tier businesses are struggling as higher-end are at record highs. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 161 points to 47,148. After hitting new highs during the week. Some believe the AI trade has peaked. Also, the administration cut some tariffs that were causing inflation. Parts of the economy are stressed like housing, while AI is at record levels. This report was brought to you by Bentley Roll-Off Trailers, Roll-Off Trucks, Gondola Trailers, Lugger Trucks, Roll-Off Trailer Parts, Roll-Off Truck Parts, and Dump Truck and Trailer Parts. This is Greg Brown reporting. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions, and we hope you'll have a safe and profitable week.